I think with the 4 daughters between 18 and 27, I keep telling them to push boundaries. It's a shame on me not to push those boundaries, you know? So I thought, if a chance I could do it, I could do it. So I did apply, and I didn't get it the first time. And so I just stood it, and I thought,
dust yourself and try again.
That's how I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Did that motivate you further?
To be honest, you've got to do a lot of reflection and say, I don't think you've done the best as you could in the application form, SAFIYA. It was half written, half-hearted. Do it again, but put your youth club in order, get some sustainability, you know, sort out the family, and then go for it again. And then this time I went for it. I had a conversation. I found some mentors. I hanged around with ex-Lord Mayors, understood what's it involved. That's when I put it on. And I think it's God's written in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, he writes whenever you're ready, and I was 100% ready, and subhanAllah, I got it.
Your whole theme is connecting.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna connect. We're the bridge.
You are the best bridge.
We're the bridge, you're the connecting. Tell me, how does the community connect with you? As I know that you had a youth for sports as well.
Yeah.
Not only the girls.
Still got it. Yeah.
Yeah. What challenges do you face with, you know, there's a lot of stereotypes, especially minority. What are the challenges?
I think the first thing is that what connects you, I think stories. Stories are very important. You need to listen to the community. You need to listen to various communities and understand what is the services, where's the gap. Once you discuss the gap, service-wise or system-wise, then they ask you where the gap again. Then they ask you where the gap again. Then they put you in another place, and then they ask you where the gap is. So as a community, we already know where the gap is. We see it every day. We live through it. And I think the challenges are, as I said, you're the bridge. As a counsellor, when I became a counsellor, you become a vessel between watering down information and cutting off a lot of gibberish to the community and making sure this is the responsibilities we need to have. You guys need to shout, but you need to shout about in the right spaces, on the right platform, on the right time. So educating your community is very important. And equally, you need to take those voices and take it to the system and to say, actually, that's not going to work. That person is not being invited. That organization has not been highlighted. Why weren't they listened to? Why weren't they awarded? Where's the funding going? You know, so you've got that challenge as well into the system. And I think honesty is the best policy that you constantly have. You've got to have, I think people all the time shout about, I think the challenges is people talk about, well, the system talks about transparency, or this is what we're going to do. We're going to work with the community and the transparency. And I think, really, you know, we're all transparent. It's not about the transparency. I think common sense is the most important thing. And I think it's like, we want to do with the community, not to the community. But at the same time, if the community is not ready and it's not trained and it's not upskilled, the community cannot contribute anything. They need to. That is, you know, it's like you going to disadvantaged community and then put them in a restaurant and say, go eat what you want. But you haven't asked them what they're allergic to. You haven't asked them if it's halal. You didn't ask them anything. So I think true opportunity without structure you will continue to feed them fish instead of giving them the scaling to catch their own fish. And that's where the sustainability is wrong. So the challenge is really that we need to have, people are not listening to each other. We need to listen more. We need to be connected more. Professionals need to connect more, whether it's our community or other community. Climate is changing, so our attitude needs to change. Mosques needs to change. Places of worship needs to change. We just need to really connect with the youth. And I think without any leadership and youth leadership and investments, we're not going anywhere.
Perfect. And I feel like that leads me to my next question, SAFIYA. Like, how did the Somali, I'm sure it was a party for weeks on end in Sheffield. How did the Somali community take to you becoming Lord Mayor?
I think, my middle daughter put it on TikTok. I think.
I saw the video.
I think I got about 1.7 million. I was like, I've never ever been, you know, it's a lot. But I think from the Somali, I think from the women are happy for you anyway. You know, like we connect through the motherhood, or we connect through the challenges that we have. I think the men are very proud very, very proud. And, you know, we're on a first name basis. You know, there's no Aderos and Abtis anymore when you have a position. So, and I think they're very proud. I think the country's very proud. I think your ethnicity is very proud. And to be honest, you know, being recognized is through Arab UK, and you know, she's Arab, she's Somali, she's this, she's that, and I feel like we just need to embrace everything and everyone. But yeah, it's been part for weeks. Yeah,
Amazing.
Speaking of that, you went to Somaliland recently.
I did.
Was that your first time since you've been elected?
Yes. No, I went to 2023. So the first time I became a Lord Mayor. Yeah, it's the first time I went.
Was it I know you went to Togdere. Did you go to Hargeisa as well?
No,
Hargeisa and Kuddegate.
Togdere as well.
Did you go to Hargeisa?
Hargeisa and
Hargeisa as well.
Kuddegate.
Okay,
Hargeisa and Kuddegate. Marka, that was the base. Then went
How did they receive? I've been watching it, but how did you feel, like the way they were, the welcoming that you got?
Yeah, so it was really good. I went to Hargeisa, I went to Burao, I went to Borame, and I went to Berbera.
I'm from Burao.
You go on.
I'm from Berbera.
Yeah. So she knows how to swim.
She knows.
We don't. So so when I got the invitation from the Foreign Office, you know, you just don't know how ready they are, or you know, you still think that. The reason I wanted to go is, number one, to show the UK that we've come from home. You know, we come from a very established, developed country, that we are a cashless cities. We have cashless cities. We have investments. We have, you know, so many things. We've got lots of foreigners in our country that we treat them with respect, and this is how we need to. And that we need to learn from each other. And the second thing is, I went so I could promote women in leadership. That's why I went to, you know, to say, if I could do it, I'm not even going to pretend the challenges you guys are going through, but somehow we could connect in terms of what you can tell me about you and I could tell you about me, and we could maybe speak to the president of Somaliland. Shout out to Abdurrahman Eedo. You know,
Shout out,
and he is amazing,